Hello, besties. This is Gossip Gala, and my name is God's Beauty Israel, aka the Lady Vibe, aka Plenty Plenty, aka Aggressive Baddie. You guys remember that latest name I just got, Abby? Minister of Gossip. Oh, yeah, let's go. Come on. I feel like today is going to be very, very interesting because, there's just a whole lot of gossip that we need to talk about. Starting from the whole fake life thing to the Odoche, whatever. Like, what's going on with this whole polygamy? Can they just allow us to rest? There are lots of things that's going on in this country that we need to talk about. You get this week, I don't understand. Minister of FCT, what's going on with you, sir? Are we okay? Are you sure there is something that is not fishy? You sure there's just a lot of things that sometimes when I look at it, I'm like, okay, what do they want us to talk about in this issue like this? You guys saw that video of that guy that, after the old slap, he came out to come and apologize. In short, the weekend, how was it? You guys should tell me. How's your weekend like? Because from my point of view, it was okay. I went for self-care. You guys, I went to do a manicure and pedicure and everything cure. I just take care of myself, you understand? So I'd like you guys to give me that update. What was your weekend like? Were you one of those persons that went to the club? Because the way I'm looking at Nkechi like this, Nkechi, you went to a club, Abby. And how did you even start your Monday like this morning? Tell me how your Monday is starting off. I used to tell you guys, if you wake up in the morning after you've taken your cup of water, the next thing you're supposed to be doing is to tell Papa Nkechi that something went down yesterday night. You understand? So if you've not told Mama Emeka anything about what Papa Emeka did to you, then I'm not sure you're starting it right. But this is Gossip Gala. Like as usual, it's time to gossip. I hope you have your popcorns all set. Trust me. See, is it today's episode? Is one of a kind because the person I have on my table, this interesting guest. I did not do wrong movement today. Understand? I have another person than an actor. I consider her multi-talented actually because I feel like apart from she being an actor, there are just other things that we are yet to know about Debbie Frankson. Hello, besties. Come on.
Hey. Giving me standing ovation in their houses and their
If
locations.
they are not, then we have to sue certain persons. I'm not joking. See, the papers are literally like the later.
You know
how I do now. You know how I do.
Thank
how
you.
are you, my love?
I'm very well.
How's it like getting here today? Was Lagos seeing you? Is there anybody that we need to sue? Trust me, all the papers are all set.
Who is?
I just need to tell Faz the bad guy that see there's somebody stressing my love. Finish.
Please, no, we're good. Nigerians, we know how to rough this thing now. So
it's not looking like we have a choice actually.
We don't have a choice, but
tell me.
We move.
You understand? You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me a bit about how you started. You're an actor. I want you to give us that background check. What was it like? Are you one of those persons that your parents had to call you during your ENT? You have to go and study engineering. It's not our two that will do theater arts. Put me on that.
I feel like Gen Zs, they're really rocking life because they didn't really know what it meant to just be you and have choices.
Right.
So obviously, I'm not a Gen Z, but, being an actor was like a taboo in those days.
Yeah.
Not like I'm old, I beg you.
No, I feel you.
But I'm just saying, anybody that's not in Gen Z would actually have had that struggle wanting to be an actor. So, yes, my mom was not in support of it. I literally had to run off to go study theater arts because she was not going to let me do theater arts.
Oh wow!
And they gave me they gave me the admission. I'm like, oh, so because of mommy, I'll not do this in a lie. I run, and she had no choice not to accept it.
That's beautiful.
Yes.
Back of my head right now, I can literally tell all the plenty grammars you guys have. You must have told her, explained your life, and she's like, I'm not getting it.
What? We literally fought that period. Like I was.
Oh my God.
No. When they say the black sheep, I was the black sheep then. But I'm happy. I'm happy that she's glad today. She's proud of me. And I actually didn't choose acting. University just gave it to me.
Oh wow!
Just give me theater arts. A lot of Nigerian.
What would you have gone for, or what was her own
Okay, so what she wanted me to become was a diplomat. Like she wanted me to do history and international relations and English.
Wow.
And French, all those French. And I actually fell with it. I thought it was really beautiful, but for some reason, man. They were not just giving it to me. Instead, they gave me theater art. I'm like, okay, so maybe this is my calling, so I'm just gonna fall in line. So yeah, that's how I got here.
I love it. So I would like you to tell me a bit, right, about conversation with Debbie. How did that come about? What inspired that? Before we even go straight into the roles you've taken over time, I mean, what were the challenges and what role do you intend going for?
Yeah. So conversations with Debbie. I'm going to tell you a secret that I think a lot of people don't know about me.
I mean, I come on like this, so give me that.
So yeah, the person who inspired me as a child was Moabudu.
Whoa.
Yes. So I used to remember watching Moments with Mo at that time. And I loved her so much. And I'm like, wow, who's this woman? Moabudu is actually living my dreams, just so you know. And she inspires me every day. Of course, blossoming into an adult, I saw other people. I understood other women, other strong forces in life who just inspired me. But I remember that the first person who inspired me when I was like 10, 15, Moabudu.
That's beautiful.
And I told myself, I'm going to actually be a media person. I'm going to have my talk show. I'm going to express myself. And that was the dream, not to act. Actually, it was to be a media person. It was to present. But because I wasn't finding the opportunities in the media space, I was finding the opportunity more in
the acting.
So I fell to it and I'm like, somehow it's going to come around. And so somehow it's coming around.
I love it.
You know.
Now let's talk a bit about your role, the roles you've taken over time. I mean, I've watched you serious so many times and I'm like, okay, how is she able to pull this one and pull this one and pull this one again? But again, that's what, acting is about.
Yeah.
So tell me, of all your roles, which of them was more challenging to you and why?
Actually, actors will understand this. Every role somehow is challenging. Especially the ones that are very much... Yes, that very much out of you. Like, they're not your usual
kind of person.
Yeah, they're not your kind of person. So, for instance, maybe of course, I'm a fine girl. Like, look at me.
You're dripping,
and then
baby.
they give me a character where I'm not supposed to be a fine girl, where I'm supposed to be maybe a mad person or someone who's insane or someone who's very local, something that I naturally cannot do.
Yeah.
Those kind of roles are very challenging. So I would say one of the roles that was really challenging for me was a film I did with Victor Okpala. It's called For Better for Trouble.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
The name saves it all.
Yes. So it's of course with Frederick Leonard and his now wife, Ovie.
Yeah.
I was the maid, so I was the Akwa Ibom maid. So I've always admired the accent thingy. And then when they told me I was going to play this, and they said I should come audition for it, I'm like, Debbie, you're a fine girl. How are you going to pull this?
I mean,
yo, till today. Like, people come into my DM telling me, I just saw you on this film. You did absolutely well. They are shocked because when they come to my page, they're like,
like that.
now this made me this. Like, how was she able to pull this? So yeah, that was really, 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 challenging.
I love it. So before we go on this short break, right? Tell me one role you'd see yourself doing probably in the future. Or one role you want to do.
Okay. So I for some reason, I don't know why,
lesbian,
actually play romantic scenes, but not necessarily be physical. Do you know that?
Okay.
I can sit down with you and have a conversation.
I think it's the mental space for you.
How do you mean mental space?
So probably the way the things you'll be saying, the way you'll be acting it, because if you're not going to be going physical with the other person,
it's emotions. Actors use emotions in everything. So I could be sitting down and talking to you now. I don't need to touch you, but the viewers who are looking at us can sense that Debbie likes you. So I think it's how well you can use your emotions without being physical that makes you a fantastic actor.
I love it. All right, let's quickly go on the short break, guys.
Okay.
You see that there's a lot to talk about. Hey. Oh yeah, now let's go on the short break to come up with on the street of social media. Stay with us. Thank you so much for sticking around. It's time to gossip. Officially now. All right, so on the street of social media, the first one we have here is if you know ad packaging for your life, you go suffer tire. And this is said by businessman Kobana Chief Priest. Let's read this tweet together, guys. All right. So I want to believe that Kubana just looked left and right and looked at, all these people, they really know they make camos. Let me give them this advice. And they said, make sure you appear rich. That's the fastest access to open doors. Now, fake life go bring you real life. I take that again. Now, fake life go bring you real life. If you know art packaging for your life, you go suffer, tire. If you like, no get this OT, yeah. But what do you think? What do you think about fake life? I feel like there should be a difference between, or probably there's a tiny line between fake life and packaging. But I would like you to further explore what you think about this. This advice from Kobana.
Okay, so when you say there's a tiny line between fake life and packaging, it's just like the poor calling Gary, and the rich calling it cassava grain. I feel like they're the same thing,
okay,
but perceived differently. Okay. So truly, fake life, packaging, all not the same. At the end of the day, to attract money, you have to look like money.
Okay.
Are you going to give a keke driver 10 million naira? If a keke driver drove here now and told you, oh, madam, I want to invest this money. Don't worry, I'm going to bring back this kiniko back to you by the end of this month or 2 months later. Will you give him?
Honestly.
But if you see somebody who pulls a Range Rover properly, kitted, and it says, madam, give me 100 million naira, I promise by tomorrow, you go give her.
You go give her.
Guess what? The keke driver may even be able to give you that money, but because this other person looks like it, and you will not carry your money and run, you will give it to him.
But is that not we indirectly aiding fake life? That's what it is.
See, at the end of the day, like I said, we use money to make money.
Yeah.
But you have to have a limit. You have to have a boundary. Don't overdo it.
That's where the fake life comes in.
Yes. Don't choke yourself. Don't be looking at other people who have certain things easy coming for them. Either they have beautiful hairs, they have the rights, they're from a privileged background, and they are doing their own packaging on their level. Then you whenever chop belle full, you won't come do like that. That's what the problem will be. But I believe that you always need to be in a position that when someone sees you a helper, it will be easy for that helper to help you.
I agree, actually. All right, let's quickly check the comment section and see people's reaction on this story. All right. This first person said, you might think it's a lie until you find out that nobody wants to be associated with something that looks like a problem. Che. I'm so sorry, my love. Not do pass yourself, but at the same time, always appear presentable, especially when you meet top people that matter. They will see you as part of the solution to their challenges rather than adding to theirs. Well, what my 2 cents would just be is do what works for you.
Exactly.
Like when it comes to this, or like when I was talking about the fact that I feel like there's a tiny line between you having to do packaging and you like doing fake life and all. These people that do fake life, like, is where you have to borrow. Exactly. You have to do like certain things that I feel like packaging is just utilizing what you already have.
Yes.
So you have this jean trouser, you have this, just wash it, make it look fresh, put on very nice perfumes. That's packaging. That's how I see packaging. But fake life now, when you can't borrow, you can't collect loan, all those kind of things, like. Right, it's not really not needed in that kind of position. And when you are doing fake life, trust me, you're not making money. You're losing money.
Don't say that. So there's some people that actually faked it till they make. In fact, most of the people you see,
you they borrow up and down.
Success is aggressive. You have to.
I like the success is aggressive.
Like success is aggressive. You cannot be doing. Let me stay in my comfort zone. Let me use what I have. There are a lot of things. If you are going to be rich, you're going to use a lot of things that you do not have.
Oh wow!
Because if you had what it took to be rich, you would have been rich. Do you get what I mean?
So
the truth is that you're going to push yourself, but just make sure that while you're pushing yourself, you don't break.
I don't know
I'm
to make
I'm being very honest.
No, but I like the honesty. Well, do what work for you. Shad, don't go collect loan, I go choke you. And my own problem with that. All right, moving on to the next story on the street of social media. So this one is quite dicey, if I say so myself. And it says DNA test is more important than naming ceremony. And this is said by Don Jazzy. The Don. I call him Don Baba J. It says DNA test is more important than naming ceremony. I feel like this advice is actually coming from with the latest stories that we hear of recent. Any small thing go say, oh, child of 15 years, we've been together and all of that. You just find out that it's no longer it's not my blood and all of these things. But what do you think about this advice? Do you think it's important? Do you think it's giving insecurity vibes? I mean, what do you think?
Well, everybody knows what is pinching them.
And they tell
Do you understand? If you feel like it's necessary for you to do a DNA, then please, by all means, do. But again, if you feel like if you do it, it's going to cost your relationship or your connection with your partner, that is solely up to you. So a lot of people are going to give advices on social media. At the end of the day, now your life.
I did tell you.
But I also would agree to the fact that, you know, the whole paternal fraud is becoming
alarming, actually.
Very alarming. And I feel like it has always been there. But it's just because of course, social media. And it's always been there. So we don't even want to talk about why it has always been there. But yeah, because
I feel like somehow, I mean, I understand this advice, right? But again, like I said, somehow it's giving insecurity vibes, but not really, because of the kind of stories that we've heard of recent. So why do you think women actually, I mean, you have a man in the house, not like you don't. So why do you end up, I mean, having children that's not for him and you don't tell him?
Exactly. I think that it would be unfair to call it insecurity vibes, because this is it would be very unfair. Because for me, I feel like, why is it that when stuff happens to men and when they express themselves, we call it insecurity?
Okay.
If it's a woman that is expressing herself, it will be actually a serious thing of concern. So allow them to feel their emotions. They are feeling the way they are feeling now because it's like everywhere. Some of them have even seen it happening close to their friends, right? So I would not perceive it as insecurity.
Okay.
I would perceive it as, oh, these guys are actually they're actually trying to look out for themselves, because women are be woman no.
You won't cast us finish for
not
this table.
Cast, but just we they do. So I'm like, if that's gonna give you peace of mind, if your wife or your partner is giving you a reason to do a paternity test,
that's what I'm saying. But if the person has not given you a reason,
that's when it's up to you. I mean, I'm a believer of, why you do that paternity test finish. If the thing come out in your own, whatever comes with it, whatever comes with how your wife treats you afterwards, that's on you. Because it's dicey. At the end of the day, it means you're going to be doubting the woman. You're going to be telling
that's
her,
what it is.
Okay, so you slept with some other person. So after that time, once the result comes out, whatever comes out with that decision, hold it with your
solely
futures.
on you.
Period.
It's not like them. She gonna bring her, call your table, but
Yes,
again,
so
it's on you, bro.
it's on you.
Let's check the comment section and see people's reaction on this story. Okay, DNA test should be done on the mother and child after childbirth. I don't see anything wrong with doing DNA test. Do you agree?
Okay, so if not like that, they won't go. Then it's okay. DNA test, right? Right, like during childbirth.
Yeah.
But is it possible? Because that's just a baby. I feel like you cannot do DNA. I don't know, medical practitioners. Maybe they're gonna make it clearer for us. Maybe they do it when she's already pregnant, or can they do it immediately the child is born? I feel like the child has to be a certain age, or must have been older a little bit, maybe some months old or year, I don't know, before they're able to pull a DNA. And they always say it's high risk for you to even do that for the fetus. Like, so how are they gonna do the DNA tests at birth? If it's possible, then
Everybody, I feel like everybody's just racking their brain around this thing and just trying to make sure that everybody is safe at the same time. Do you get what I'm saying?
Make everybody open wide
exactly.
Now.
Because
I think you said no, when you date person, you say pray for the spirit of discernment. May you not go.
Period. I keep saying that. I mean, I feel like there are a lot of our problems that would be solved if we had just have the spirit of discernment.
Period.
To be honest, like you can just perceive it.
Like
you can
the
just
signs
see,
are
like,
always there.
Bruh.
They're always there.
I agree.
Like, but we always ignore it. That's the problem.
True. All right, let's take one more comment before we go on this short break. Okay. Depending on the woman you are with, you who open your eyes and this hook up don't know you need DNA. Any guy dating girls who wear human hair. Voila. They are coming for you. Let me finish now. I'm looking for money like an armed robber. Don't have to be an advice to do a DNA test. But there are still African queens you see that legs they don't open it for two men, no matter how rich you are. Oh yeah.
See the way they just throw me straight bullets. I don't sit down,
you don't throw them.
Can you imagine? So, but partially I understand what he's trying to say.
Yeah, I do.
Like
I do.
when you see them, you can tell. At the end of the day, if you look at somebody like me, I'm not saying I'm a bad person, God forbid, or I'm the kind of person that can do that kind of thing. But at the end of the day, when you see a woman that is that can serve you breakfast, you can almost tell. Truthfully, you can almost
people
tell.
Can pretend. Like, when I hear people say that, oh, you'll be able to see red flags, in my head I'm like, that word pretend, just fall from the sky.
See, character is like pregnancy.
Hi.
You can just
you go born eventually.
You can just decipher. You can tell. You can tell. You have to be, first of all, when you meet people, just try. Sometimes all this DNA thing where they talk about, this one they talk hookup. Not be hookup girl they carry. They go far. Right. Even church women. From people where they don't date. They look girls where still get ex. We still get somebody which they connected to. That's the thing. Those are most likely the people they would be having sex with while they're still married to you, and probably even go as far as taking in. Who was she dating before she got married to you? Was she still seeing the guy? True. Do you know that most times that is the situation?
Yeah, I agree.
Be hookup girls they carry.
Those ones they flush Anna. Those ones they get brain. They
What's this saying? It's not the ones. It's those very good ones that are still in love with somebody that probably they can't afford to marry them. Yeah. Sadly.
And you will not hear cases of that's the last time we had sex. We wanted to do more like departure kind of. What is it they call it? Gender departure signature.
Because even sugar daddies are not ready to pour shit.
Bro.
Inside you. So excuse me. What is it saying? Girls with human hair. Just with human girl hair we still won't maintain her shape.
David, calm down a bit. This guy will commit suicide for your matter. Let's go on a short break, guys. To come back with hot gossip. Stay with us.
Life is made up of moments, some that lift us, others that break us. Welcome to Heartlines. This is our space where we explore the beauty, the heartbreaks, and the incredible strength relationship brings into our lives. Friendship, marriages, partnerships, and everything in between.
Yes.